Hello and welcome to another update on the McMinnville real estate market. I'm Steve Thoele, principal broker with Premier Property Group, and this update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, the 17th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and we'll go through the info here together. So first thing we'll look at here is active listing activity. So last week I showed we had 11 new properties come on the market in McMinnville, a few more than the prior week, and you can kind of see, it was kind of within range of kind of where it's been. Had a low of 5 and a high of 17 on a weekly basis. And in terms of total number of listings on the market, you can kind of see we kind of had a high of 65 here about 5 weeks back. It has been declining, as you can kind of see for the past month or so. We're down to 49 active listings as of this last update. And then the median price and days on market for those active listings. You can see the price after kind of bottoming it out here at 530 over the last 8 weeks has been on the rise. Last 2 weeks has been right around 600,000 for the median list price. And then days on market, you can kind of see that's drifted down for a while, down to 38, and then it's popped back up. Last reading here was 53 days of average market time for these most recent 49 listings that are on the market right now in McMinnville. Okay, moving along to pendings. Pending sales. This last week I showed we had 12 properties go pending. That kind of ties a high for the past 8 weeks, up from 8 the week prior. And unlike listings, you can kind of see pendings has been on the rise. So we had a low of 37 pendings here 7 weeks back, and it's got up into the 50s, hitting 58 here on a couple weeks. This last week was one of those. So definitely more pending activity over the past month or so. And then the median price and days on market for those pendings, you can kind of see prices have been on the rise, had a low of 435 for the pendings 8 weeks back to begin with, and that's risen up to a high for the past 8 weeks at 467,000. And then days on market, it did dip down here just a couple weeks ago, down to 24 days, and then this last week popped back up to 43. So, for the most part, it's been about a month and a half or so of average market time for the pending listings. Okay, we'll move along here to sold listings. So as of the time I put the info here together, we had quite a little pop last week in the number of solds. We had 14 solds recorded last week. And that's certainly a high for the past 8 weeks, as you can kind of see. And then when you look back over the prior 4 weeks of closings on a week-by-week basis, that's the red bars here. You can kind of see we started at 25. That did clear down to 15 here about a month ago, and then it has been on the rise from there. Really took a big swing up this last week because of all these new sales, up to 32 this last week over the prior 4 weeks. So median sold price and days on market for those sold listings, you can kind of see we had a low of 424 here about 5 weeks back. Has been rising, hitting 485,000 as of this last week. Days on market's been a little jumpy. You can kind of see we started at 45, was in the 40s for the most part, and then it rose clear up to 99 days of average market time here just a couple weeks back. And then really fell back this last week to 51 days of average market time for these most recent 32 homes that have sold. So you can kind of see, we kind of going through winter, things were on the market a little longer. And then, now we're kind of starting to see the other side of that where things are starting to go a little faster now that we're getting into spring. And then we'll look at weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So the red bars is that weeks of inventory, and you can kind of see it's really fallen back over this past month. So we hit a high of just a little under 16 weeks of inventory here a month ago. And then with the reduced amount of inventory, supply and more closings, that number has really come way down this last week, hitting just around 6 weeks of inventory. So we're down about a month and a half of inventory right now in McMinnville based upon current levels of supply and demand. And then prices have been on the rise too. So sale prices percent of the original list price, you can kind of see we had bottomed out here at just about 92% of original asking price, and that has gotten up to just right around 98%. So market's turned around quite a bit right now in McMinnville. Certainly a pretty strong seller's market right now. And Interest rates are still high. We'll look at that here last. This is again kind of from Mortgage News Daily, which is a site that I use to kind of track mortgage rates. And again, kind of last fall, you kind of see we touched a little bit over 8%. That just fell like a rock down into the end of the year, down close to I think around 6.6%, and then we kind of drifted higher. We had 2 weeks ago, we had a nice dip, got us back up below 7% in terms of rates, and then we kind of gave it all back this last week with a couple, kind of hot inflation reports, both on the consumer level and producer level or wholesale level. So that got rates. Unfortunately, we're kind of back in the sevens right now for mortgage rates, and the Fed is meeting later this week, and we'll know more about the direction of rates. But unfortunately, I think we might be here higher for longer. So, but we'll see. You never know. But that's kind of the update for now. So, hope that update was helpful for you. As always, if I can ever answer questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My phone and email address are always down below these videos, so feel free to reach out and be happy to talk with you. And as always, really appreciate any likes, comments, shares on these videos. Really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do that before you leave. Click the subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss these updates on your local market. So hope you're having a great day. Enjoy the beautiful weather we've had, and we will see you on the next update.